Alright, in today's video, we're going to do a little review of the Vetmaster steering wheel. We're going to be changing this one out. It's not in terrible shape, but it just has a couple scratches and stuff like that. The other day I went on eBay seeing if there's any good used condition steering wheels, and I found that brand new steering wheel. We're going to see if we can clean this airbag to take the super shiny stuff off and make it match the new leather color of the steering wheel. And we'll see if we can clean this one up. Maybe sell it to somebody that wants a used one. So let's go inside and I'll show you a review of this steering wheel. So here's the steering wheel after you take it out of the box. It comes in this bag to kind of protect it, and you can see it looks pretty good. All brand new. It's actually real leather. The back plastic matches the same texture as the factory. So we'll see how good it goes on. You can see all the stitching looks really nice. So let's take it over to the car and I'll show you how to get the old one off, and then we'll put this one on. You have first start by disconnecting your battery terminal, which I've done here. I got the negative off. It's been sitting for about 5 minutes. So if there's any capacitors that are holding anything, they should be drained. We'll head to the car now. So on the back of the airbag, you're gonna have 2 bolts like this, and they're T30. My T30 socket did not fit in there, so I had to use a T30 bit off a drill with a little magnetic extension, and then put a 1/4" socket on the end of it, and it came right out. So just spin your steering wheel 90 degrees, and you could feel there will be a hole right here, and in that hole is where that T30 is. So let's spin it around now. And you shove the tool in there and just feel around for it, and you know when you got it. See right there, I got it. It doesn't want to spin anymore. If you see, it's real close to the plastic. So let me take this off and then we'll pull the airbag off. Alright, so we got both our bolts out of the back. Pull the airbag out slowly. And there you're going to see the horn connection, the airbag connection. So let me see how I can do this with one hand. I'll balance it right there. I'm going to pull this little tab out here, which is what locks the prongs in the back of the airbag. And then you should be able to pull it out. And the airbag's in the clear. Next thing you're going to have here is the horn. This little plastic tube is a horn. That's how it stays in. Just push it in a little bit, then turn counterclockwise a little bit, and then it'll come right out. Just has that indent, so you just push it in, spring loaded, turn a little bit, and it'll come right out. And then we got this ground, pulls right off here. Needed both hands. The yellow wire was inside of that little square there, so you're gonna have to take that out. And that's it. The airbag is off. So let's put this down. Set the steering wheel where it's going to be straight to put it back. Make sure you take your time and you get it right, because if not, the steering wheel is going to be crooked. And this nut here is a 21. I'm going to get the impact with a 21 and we'll take that nut off. Alright, so we're in the car, got the impact, take the 21 out. Take the nut out, put it in the cup holder, make sure nothing's gonna hit. And one thing I learned when I was at Chevy, we'll see if it'll come out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you put your knee, put pressure with your knee on the bottom of the steering wheel, and then Alright, let me go get the puller. We're going to have to use a puller. Pulling it off by hand didn't work, so let me go get the puller so we can pull it off. Alright, so my current problem is I do not have little bolts that go in these holes. It's kind of like a little foot on the end of the bolt. You put it in there and then you spin it when it gets in there. And that's what grabs on the back. For some reason my steering wheel puller doesn't have that set in it. So I got some bolts over here on my portable workbench. I got some bolts out of my bucket of bolts, and I'm going to be cutting the head off, and probably got to file the screw down a little bit so I can be able to shove it in there, spin it, come out. So let's see what I can make. Alright, so after about a half hour of cutting and grinding, that's what it looks like, and that's what you need. I'll include a link maybe on the bottom of a steering wheel puller that will work, that comes with these already. But if you don't want to leave the house and you got bolts around, these do work. They go in here, you spin them, and it locks in there. So let me set this up and then we'll put it off. Alright, we got our steering wheel puller set up. You can see the bolts are in there and they're twisted. You can't see the pieces that are in there because they'll be behind this piece here. Now let's crank this down and take it off. Well, here's how easy a 10-minute job could turn into a couple hours. Probably an hour in it. The puller insert pieces ended up just ripping out the aluminum, which is all the aluminum all over the seat and all over the carpet. So I ended up putting this 2-jaw puller on it. I had to cut the plastic off, and just to show you how tight this steering wheel is on there, it is actually bending the whole frame of that steering wheel. So much for selling this one. I'll keep at it and I'll let you guys know if I get anywhere. Alright, so another hour has gone by probably. The steering wheel came off, and as you can see, it's pretty bent. However, it has like a steel insert that was in that stayed. Maybe that's why some come off and some don't. Maybe all of them don't have the steel insert. The new steering wheel is all aluminum, so maybe that's why some come off and some don't. But let's see how we can take this piece off here. Alright, haven't given up. What I had to end up doing is getting a Sawzall. I tried heat, that didn't work. As you can see, I said I'm gonna need a new clock spring anyways, because how much has been banged and how much of a pain in the ass this has been. I do not want to ever do this ever again. You can see I got a Sawzall, put a line into it, and put the screwdriver here. Cut it like almost all the way through. Put the screwdriver here. Gave it a couple good whacks, and finally cracked open. So let's see if we can get it off now. It has not given up fighting me, but what I've done now is driven a screwdriver into that slot, and I got it loose. But it's still not coming out. There's absolutely nothing stopping it. Just you see it moving there on the splines. Alright. Alrighty, there it is. The steering wheel clock spring later, about 2 hours. My car is pretty dirty. I hope I can get all this off. And really, it doesn't look like any particular reason for it to be so stuck. It's not even corroded. I don't know what the heck happened. And there are the splines. Let me get this clock spring off. I'll get one ordered, and we're gonna have to wait to put the steering wheel on. Meanwhile, I'll clean all this mess. Oh boy. If you're removing your steering wheel to do the clock spring, which do go bad, you just take the snap ring off there after taking the steering wheel off. Then you gotta take the bottom kick panel out, and you see it's that smooth one that goes there. Cut those 2 tie wraps, and then there's the plug, which is that yellow plug right there. It's now the orange lock tab. So When we get everything cleaned up, I'll order it, and I'll probably do that piece there with the flock. That way it matches that side, so it'll be flock all the way across the bottom of the cluster. Alright, we'll wait till the new clock spring comes in. Alright, so this is the second day. Got a new clock spring from a Corvette salvage yard. He specializes in used C5 parts. Drove over there, picked that up, come install everything, and realized I melted the piece that holds the horn. So now I got this set up. Gotta take out the retaining plate so I can get that white piece out. See if I can go pick one up. Project that keeps giving. Alright, so we got our new turn signal canceller in there. You can see the horn's connected, everything's connected in there. I had to go back to the Corvette salvage yard. That yellow plug, I'll show you now, was broken and it'll just fall right out of the airbag. This has been the biggest mission ever. But you can see right there where the two pins would come out. That has some pieces that come out and go into the back of the airbag, and that's what locks with these tabs that go through. And it was broke off. So I had to pull this clip off. He didn't have another one, but he had another pigtail. So I pulled the plastics off, put the new plastics on. Now we're ready to set up. Put the new bolts in, new steering wheel's on, it's looking good. Definitely not worth all this work. And the airbag, I wasn't able to get rid of that shiny stuff, so I scuffed it down and I gave it a light coat of satin black with the SEM. So let me get these screws in and then turn it on and make sure everything works. Alright, so here you can see the steering wheel installed. It looks really nice. Flocked the other side here so it matches that side there, so now that's all flocked. And the airbag light's not on, so everything worked out good. And I definitely recommend, before you change out your steering wheel, just see if it'll come out with that regular puller, and if it doesn't, just back out and keep what you got, because it's not worth it. I was already thinking I'd have to buy a steering column. So that's it for the steering wheel install. At the end of the day, I am happy I did it. It feels really nice. It's nothing like a brand new leather steering wheel. So let me know if your steering wheel came off easy or gave you trouble. Thank you. And like and subscribe. I got some more videos. I'm gonna have a video soon testing out the Bridgestone RE71Rs, which is much better than the Firestones that were on there. These tires just have incredible grip. So stay tuned, that video will be coming soon.